This week's Music Monday will bring you back to the glory years with Girls' Generation's Mr. Mister. Girls' Generation are back after more than a year-long hiatus, and they've brought with them perhaps their greatest song in years. We're gonna explain why we think this and hope to see if you agree with us or not.
The thing I like about Girls' Generation is that the sum of them is greater than the parts. What I mean is this. Oftentimes with K-pop bands, they don't really feel like a unit as much as a group of solo artists that are waiting for their turn on the microphone. They don't always sing together, they just sing and rap after another person. With Girls' Generation though, they have a sound, a specific distinct Girls' Generation power harmony that you can really hear in this chorus, and it's bloody stunning. It's like they're all Power Rangers and they combine to a Megazord with kicks ridiculous amounts of harmonic ash.
Girls' Generation, I need your help. A giant pig is rampaging throughout the city. You must combine and defeat it.
Right, Zordon. You're not Zordon. Really?
I didn't hear that so much in their other two boy title songs as much as I heard it in Run Devil Run, Genie and Chocolate Love, which I think are some of their best songs ever. And I also think that our reaction to this video is going to shock a lot of you because we didn't give favorable reviews of their last two songs, so you think we must hate SNSD. Psst, it's possible to like a band and not like all of their songs. But we were incredibly freaking happy when we heard the song for so many reasons. We didn't like the boys, which made us cringe with all that awkward rapping. This song doesn't have any rapping, it's just singing. And the breakdown could have been ruined with a rap section, but it wasn't. Nobody raps, they dance, they sing. Yes, this is what I want to see.
And there's a progression in this song that's easy to follow. The verse builds up to the chorus, which leads back to the verse, back to the chorus, transitions nicely into the bridge, and then there's the revamp chorus. It's a formulaic change, nice and smooth and coherent. I Got a Boy, on the other hand, tried so hard to be different, to just like jar your expectations to mash 4 different songs together into one, but without doing full justice to any of the mini songs. And it was ultimately dissatisfying for us.
The song here goes back to the roots of why Girls' Generation have awesome songs. This sounds like what I got into Girls' Generation for. It gives me a really nostalgic feel because I haven't really heard K-pop this good in such a long time. I know that this is going to be a controversial point for some of you because what is Kpop Music Monday without controversial points? But a lot of people that we've spoken with, both fans of K-pop and actual K-pop artists in the K-pop industry, all feel like K-pop suffered a really bad year in 2013. A whole lot of 2013 was meh, both music-wise and video-wise. But hearing this song gives us hope. I feel like I'm discovering K-pop for the first time again, and I feel excited, and I'm hoping K-pop as a whole can keep up with the example that this song sets.
The video though was another story. Although I really appreciate the attempt at a plot which seemed interesting and very poppy and comic book-like, what with the funky pink outfits and the nurse theme, but it was the editing in the end that ruined it for us. I feel like there was a plot in the video, but it got edited out. And I feel like Girls' Generation maybe were in this music video, but they also seem to get edited out. Who was responsible for putting in all the overwhelming flares and the lower resolution and the interlacing and the drop frames from the slow motion and the ultra saturation and the abundance of filters? It was too much for too long. Hi, I'm JJ Abrams, and I saw nothing wrong with this Girls' Generation video. It's like someone spun you around a million times, and then just as you're trying to like regain your balance, someone slapped a phone in your hand and they were like, quickly, film this on Instagram, except you were wrapped up in saran wrap. That's like this video.
Hi, Michael Bay, and I thought that this video was great. Wait, my teleprompter broke.
Everyone's all chopped up. I see more hands and lips and medical instruments than I do whole faces. I get that it's kind of like an operation table in which you see Girls' Generation dissecting with each close-up of them, but you know, too much is too much. Okay, so that little black and white breakdown with them in those suits was wonderful, and I wish I could have seen a longer dance version. Here's the deal. Come here. I know people have different opinions on what they find sexy. Some people really find showing off lots of skin and wearing minimal amounts of clothing very sexy. They like the use of lingerie in K-pop videos. They enjoy people wearing bikinis or gyrating with their fingers in their mouths. They love seeing a topless Taeyang and a topless J Park show off their abs and body roll. But me? I don't actually find that sexy or even interesting. Is it wrong to wear small amounts of clothing? No. I just personally don't find it interesting, and I think it's a very typical and easy way to market something. What I do find sexy is subtle confidence. confidence regardless of what you're wearing or where you are. Why do you think I like Top? He doesn't dance and he doesn't show off his body, but his sureness and stillness on camera is so much hotter than people advertising their bodies. Guyan sitting in a chair draped in an army jacket angrily singing at the camera, hot. EXO dancing around in ururang in full suits, hot. Taeyong fully clothed in baggy clothing but blowing it up with his dance moves and Where You At, super hot. Boa in a baggy hoodie and pants dancing down the street and Eat You Up, hot, hot, hot. Girls' Generation wearing a traditionally male suit and a hat and dancing confidently but not erotically, so hot. I think it's way hotter than them playing Dress Up Nurse. I loved it, and I hope these outfits are present in their live stage performances.
As for the Korean of this song, I give... Okay, as a Korean, they're speaking Korean, but I have so many problems with understanding this. I had this problem with SM since like Boa a decade ago. They don't make sense. I can't understand as a Korean. Okay, for Tiffany's part, where she goes, Mr. 최고의 남자. Oh, it just like cringes. This part is very cheesy. I don't know why SM is still doing this. I like Sonia Shide as like vocals. They have the best vocals I think in the country, but like the lyrics doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't. It's just like it's so bad. I can't think of talk about it.
Last week we asked you to choose between BAP and BTS for the best B acronym boy band, and BAP more than doubled BTS. Now let's never talk about that again.
For this week's showdown, we're asking you something different. Let us know what you think about K-pop in 2013. Was K-pop better in 2013 or not? Do you agree with us? Also, I'm kind of interested in knowing how long you've been listening to K-pop for. If you're new to it and you're very enamored by it, or if you've been listening to it for a while now and the varnish has worn off a bit. Let us know in the comments and on the poll on our site, and we'll announce our controversial results next week. We're also going to talk a lot more about this topic in our blog post, so make sure you click on the link here to read more about it. And don't forget to like and favorite this video and to subscribe for more Music Mondays. Take it away, Spudgy.
I am the best puppy. Subscribe for more. Click the bloopers. I am the spudgiest dog. I'm the best dog. I'm the Spudgy. Oh.